Sawadee Krap and welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. I'm Chris Howson, filling in for JP Mustanza. Today is Tuesday, September 6th. Now let's get to the news. A 5-hour siege in Krabi has ended with police arresting a man wanted for murdering 3 teenagers early this morning in the mainland province. 42-year-old Tirasak Bunruang was placed under arrest at his home at about 8 this morning and has since confessed to murdering the 3 children that he did not previously know. Officers arrived to the scene just after 1 this morning to find the bodies of 3 18-year-olds by the side of a road in Krabi, all 3 having succumbed to shotgun blasts. Police also found the scorched remains of a motorbike completely destroyed by fire, a piece of front bumper that police believe came from a sedan, and a shotgun casing at the scene. According to the investigation, it is believed that the boy and 2 girls, who were local high school students, were traveling on a motorbike together when they were struck by Tirasak's BMW. The man then exited his car and shot all 3 children dead before getting back in his car and returning home. At this time, Tirasak remains in custody and claims he killed the children because he thought someone had been hired to kill him. Despite the initial announcement that traffic fines within the kingdom would be raised as of yesterday, there has been a change of plans. After announcing last Friday that the changes to the penalties for traffic violators would take effect on Monday, September 5th, the Royal Thai Police have now said they will first embark on a 3-month awareness campaign. Some of these new penalties include drunk drivers now facing up to a year in prison and/or a fine of up to 20,000 baht, with repeat offenders within 2 years facing up to 2 years in prison and a fine of up to 100,000 baht. It was further announced that officers will issue tickets via the police ticket management database, endorsing identical fine rates across the kingdom. Chalong Police have issued a statement announcing witnesses summoned to give testimony in an investigation into a local hotel scamming the We Travel Together scheme do not have to present themselves in person after one witness spoke out online. The statement came out after one of the witnesses posted a video on TikTok explaining that he had received a second summons to present himself to give testimony and was warned that ignoring the summons would result in a warrant for his arrest being issued. The witness, known as Mr. Golf, lives in Bangkok and claims he had to pay for the flight and transportation costs to travel back to Phuket to give his statement to police yesterday. This all centers on an investigation into a yet unnamed local hotel that has been accused of processing claims for reimbursement for discounted bookings made through the Rao Teo Gun government scheme. The witnesses were being asked to testify whether they actually stayed at the hotel through a booking made through the scheme or not. Chalong Police have not confirmed how many witnesses were called to give statements yesterday or how many of those came from outside of Phuket. However, as of this new statement, it is now presumed that all witnesses summoned in the investigation do not need to travel to Phuket to give their statements and can provide them at their nearest police station instead. And Phuket Tourist Police have determined they were both right after meeting and interviewing the men involved in last weekend's viral taxi dispute at Ratsada Pier. This comes after 4 tourists were chased down and physically prevented from leaving in the van they had booked after returning to Phuket from Phi Phi. The driver of the van and the man preventing them from leaving then had a disagreement over who was allowed to pick up passengers from the pier, resulting in the tourists being forced out of the van to find another way home. Both men have been called in for a meeting, after which police determined it was just a misunderstanding and that they were both in the right. The van driver who picked up the tourists was said to be in the right because the tourists had booked him as their taxi driver through an app. However, police also deemed that the man who chased the van was also in the right as he worked for Ratsada VIP, a taxi services company that had signed a concession with ferry operator Ctran. Officers have yet to track down the tourists themselves for their description of the events that transpired. And that is all for Phuket Extra today, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. For more on all these stories, visit thephuket.news.com.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.